everyone, my name is Shantae. This is my new channel called Cute and Crafty. Today I'm going to show you how to make this exploding box that I bought from Make It Mine. Here is the outside of the box, all nicely tied up with a ribbon and fancy design outside. And I made this cute little tag with a stamp that says, "Danger, this art was not created under supervision," which I found super cute because I craft for all my friends and make them presents like this. So I think that's just a really cute thing to add on the outside for a little tag. So when you open it up, everything kind of falls out like this. I closed up all the pictures just because I don't want everyone to see my pictures because some of them are a little bit embarrassing. So they come with these cute little cards you can put inside the pockets, like a birdhouse, or this little kind of like flower almost opens too. I'll show you how to make that one later on in the video. And this one that opens like that, it kind of looks like little elves that opens up. So that's really cute. And so that's my first layer, and this is my second layer. So in between each one I put like cards, kind of like fancy paper, and some stamping, and they're alternating between photos. And on the inside of these pockets, they're just more photos with a background of some paper too, just to make it more interesting. And this is my third layer. It doesn't have any pockets, but I think it's still really cute with stamps. And fourth layer, same thing. These ones you can put little Polaroids on, which is really cute. And right here is a little box that comes inside, so you can glue it down, or like this one, you can just pull it out. You can put anything inside. I chose to put a necklace in because my friend loves Disney, or you can put chocolates or anything inside. It's really up to you. And after, you can just close it all up. So I found it really fun to make. It did take a little long to make. I think it took me like 2 weeks, but I didn't work on it like every day kind of thing. So yeah, it's really fun, and I feel like it's a really personalized gift. And I also put like designs. Those were punches I used of paper that you just put around. I glued on, and when I close it up, you'll see that it's also outside on the lid. So yeah. This is a little template I drew out just to make it easier for everyone to like see the measurements I used. You can alternate it if you do find something works better for you. For my first layer, I just used photo 1, which is your standard 6" by 4" photo. And you just have to cut this a little bit down because since they have pockets, they have little tabs. So you just have to cut it down a little bit so that fits. For my layer 2 photos, I just cut that in half kind of. So you just split your standard photo in half, and then you get a 4 by 3". And I'm skipping to layer 4 because pretty much what it is, it's a quarter of your standard size or half of your half kind of. So that just makes it really easy. And I did it in inches and in centimeters because everyone has their preferences. Also for layer 4, you can use a Polaroid, which I think is super cute because everyone's so into Polaroids. And for my photo 3, layer 3, you just take standard photo 2 and just cut it down a little bit. It's a little awkward size, but it works if you cut it down. So same thing I did with my photos, I did with my papers. So paper 1 being layer 1, which is the outside layer, and paper 4 being layer 4, which is your innermost layer. I'm not going to read out all the measurements. You can just pause and see which measurements you need and just cut your papers to size and stick them into your layers. I'm going to show you how to make this cute foldy card. This one actually came with the kit, but some people like to make their own and it's a little more personalized like that, because some people are like, wow, you actually made this, and I find that really cute when someone's like can't believe you made something, and it's just more personalized that way. So this one is just showing with a little cardboard I found that fits the circle really nicely. So you can find a cardboard that fits or cut one, but I found that using a glass works really well. So this one, you just take your glass, measure the diameter. So mine was 8.5. So you're gonna take the diameter measurement and make a square out of that. So each side is going to be your diameter. And so then you take your glass when you're done drawing your square, and then you're just gonna line it up in the middle because that's where you took your measurement from, and then just draw your circle around it, well, semicircle. And when you're done that, so those ones, the semicircles, are going to be your little flaps that you fold in. So here I'm just cutting it out, and then later I'm going to be tracing it on a different paper because no one likes a white boring piece of paper. So just grab some scrapbook paper or crafting paper, any nice paper. You can even take white paper and draw on it on different patterns. So just cut it out, trace it onto fancy paper and cut that out and fold it up, and then you're done. As you can see it when I'm folding it, there's a little gap in between, but that's because it's not perfect. It's handmade, so it's not supposed to be perfect. So I found this little cute card that my mom made, and you can just put that on there so it just covers that gap, or you can get a little flower or anything that just covers it. So using double-sided scrapbook paper, you can flip it and just use whatever side you want. So I would use it the other way with a snowflake on the outside because that would cover your lines that you use for cutting. Just really easy that way, and you can put your little cute little saying out or your little flower on the outside. Here's one of the other cards that can go inside of your pockets. I'm not going to show you how to make this one, but as you can see, there are little rounded corners, so I want to show you how to do that. So I have this cute little punch that rounds corners. So all you do is literally just punch it out, and it makes it so much easier and just rounds it. There's also the other side you can use from it that punches the opposite way. You'll see in a second. So it can punch rounded edges or kind of like indents in it, which I think is really cute. Or if you don't have one of these things, you can just trace it with a pen or pencil just to match your little curve and cut it out. Just as easy as that. This fancy design on the outside and also in the inside. It just adds a little texture and more creativity, I guess, to it, and just more fun. I chose yellow because that's my friend's favorite color and she's getting this box for Christmas. So I added washi tapes to this punch just so you can see the lines better. And so you take your paper and line it up with that line, and on the side you need to make sure the paper's all the way against it so you don't get like a sideways punch. It makes it really hard. So the silver, you need to make sure you can see the silver all the way. No, you can't see any blue because that would mess it up, the pattern. And if you just line it up with the silver, you can get a seamless punch. So keep punching until you have your length you want. You can just glue it on with anything, glue stick, any adhesive. It just makes a really nice design on the outside. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to make this tag that's going to go on the outside. You can make it say anything you want, but I found this stamp at a crafting store. I really liked it, and my friend is also a crafter, and I feel like she'll find that really funny. So I feel like it's a perfect fit for her. So with these block stamps, they're a little bit harder to use than polymer stamps, I find, just because they are, I guess, older, and that you have to make sure that they pick up all the ink when stamping. I find it's easier to stand up so you can get more consistent pressure and you don't get one darker or one lighter side. It just makes it look more consistent and more pretty. So for the tag effect, I guess, you can either trace another tag you already have and cut it out, but I have a punch that makes it look like a tag. I'm just gonna cut it down to size so it can actually fit in my punch. And well, you can make one side longer, or you can cut it down and make a shorter tag. So see right there, it didn't really fit quite right. So I'm just gonna trim it down a little bit more so it can fit in. So there we go, it fits in very nicely. There's the design on the back, and you just punch. So there it is. It's a little long. I like it to be more closer to the actual saying, so I'm just gonna cut that little piece off and then just punch it again. But if you do like it like that, it's perfectly fine like that. It's just my preference. It's just whatever you prefer. It all looks good. So thank you for watching my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment if I can improve and subscribe.